Hi everyone, you're welcome on my YouTube channel Capsule. As the title indicates, this video is about the most common mistakes you do while writing a research manuscript. As we know, the world of science and technology is very vast, hence to convey the scientific messages to others, you may require to place them in very presentable manner. The investigators working in the arena of research always be in the need of writing a manuscript. The research article, review, short note or patent writing have become the important part of the curriculum as your investigation requires effective presentation to convey your messages to the scientific or non-scientific communities. Being an investigator, everyone wants to give his or her best in writing, else it comes with practice. After understanding what writing is all about, the writing pattern has become more important. Understanding writing makes you able to write a good research paper. However, understanding the writing pattern makes you even best in writing. So, make your writing pattern better. A good writing pattern includes setting your time schedule, splitting the time allowed for your research paper to various processes, and setting small goals. Your attitude towards the research writing process is the key factor which determines the final result of your research. Try at most to make variation in your research writing to give a better attraction to the final paper. If you pay good attention, surely you will get a great result too. And top of all, prevent common mistakes you make while research paper writing. On account of that, some of the blunders are enumerated here in this video. Watch this whole video if you really want to avoid them while writing. So here we go with point-wise enumerations. The very common mistake you often do is letting your deadline slip. One never means to do it, but somehow deadlines often creep up out of nowhere. For big research papers, try to make a timeline in your planner. Schedule dates that you would like to have certain tasks completed. It is advised to set a timeline for preparing your research paper outline and then first draft. Here, one tip can be taken into consideration is to keep maintaining your progress. So, add daily something new in your draft. For instance, if you are having only 3 months for your research paper writing, then schedule the first 10 to 15 days for managing your hypothesis statement, the next 15 days for collecting the useful resources, and the following days for your writing and editing process. Just keep in mind, making strides ahead of time will keep the stress to a minimum as the turn-in date draws nearer. Now the second one is being afraid to ask for help. Everyone struggles with research paper writing from time to time. As a scholar, your professors, supervisors and librarians want you to succeed, and more than likely they will all be eager to help you or give advice where they can. So don't hesitate to contact your professor or supervisor if you are not sure of how to get started on how to progress with your paper. They are there to help you out. Schedule accordingly a meeting and bring along some of the works you have done so far. You may be able to divide some of your research tasks into small chunks which can be tackled whenever you have little time to spare. For example, if you take photocopies of materials you need to read, be sure not to wait until the last minute to ask for help with things you should have begun long ago. As a researcher, it is always advisable to hook up with a research assistant. You cannot know it all. There must be an area you would need an expert advice to achieve the desired quality required. So, whenever required, don't hesitate to ask for help. Sometimes, making your topic too broad brings you in trouble. Yes, this is the next point. Once you start developing ideas for your research paper writing, try to narrow your focus down even further. Papers that lack focus only be on surface for a number of concepts, but never go into the depth. Challenge yourself to pick one up, the specific hypothesis and research as much as possible to inspire you to flush out your ideas as best as you can. Here, the hypothesis should serve two purposes. It should guide you while you write and guide the readers when they read the article. Therefore, the hypothesis should have a strong argument based on the debatable claims. Researchers always need to review the available literatures in their area of interest to make their content focused. The extensive literature review exposes you to what others have been able to do in the same or similar area as such. These may help you avoid repetition and make your topic novel. Sometimes the investigators skim or stick on a single source of information. It is another blunder you do. Now, note down one thing here. Providing credible sources and a lot of examples is a great way to let your audience know that you have actually performed thorough investigation and really understood the topic. So, it is advised not to skimp on single source, rather try to support your hypothesis from various sources. It is also advised not to stick whatsoever you have written. It usually happens when you keep so much time on any specific paragraph. Due to the time you spared to write the same, you hesitate to delete it. At any time point, if you feel that paragraph is irrelevant or illogical to the topic, don't hesitate to remove that paragraph. Trying to adjust that irrelevant paragraph may hamper the flow of your research writing. So, don't try to fix that in just because you spared so much time to write the same. I hope you got the point. Now the next mistake that we commit during manuscript writing is getting unorganized. Doing great research may not assure the publication of a great research article if you cannot keep your material organized enough to call upon them later. You can even highlight the most important parts of the source, make personal notes on the margins, and automatically create your bibliography right on your computer. Here in this case, it is important to ask yourself the following questions to keep your focus in. And the questions are: did I use my outline? Is there anything that I missed? Is there sense to my arguments? Did I put everything in my own words? Do my paragraph connect and flow from one to other? And does my conclusion tie the entire paper together? Yes, of course. These are some of the useful questions you may ask from yourself to make your writing effective. Further, being sneaky leads to the compromised quality of your content. Changing the margins, adjusting the line spacing, altering the font size ever so slightly are some of the examples of being sneaky. Therefore, it is advised to resist the temptation to do this kind of activities. A template given to you by your professor is to assure the optimum length of the article. The fixed page length is not because they enjoy reading that specific page length in particular. It is because your professor knows that page requirement is the amount of space to develop your topic to the appropriate length and earn the good grade you deserve. So, following these advices may ensure your credibility in eyes of your supervisor. Now coming to the next one, that is adding fluff. It is another example of a mistake that you do while writing a manuscript. Sometimes meeting that page length requirement can be very difficult, or when you feel that you are running short of things to write, you may attempt to add some fluff into the text. Professors know which one is fluff when they see your content. They know you have chosen to ramble on to fill the page requirement rather than to do more research. If you hit a wall, consider asking your professor for advice on where else you might go with this topic or suggestions for further reading. Based on their advice, you can go through some useful databases to gain more knowledge. So, adding fluff is a shortcut, but it definitely reduces the quality as well as the chance of publication in the journal of repute. If you're not having a friend read it over, you're again doing a big mistake. Sometimes when you have spent so many hours and days on a project, your exhausted eye can start to miss things. This concept may not make sense to anyone else, though it is very necessary. Have someone else to do a read through of your paper to make sure that your paragraphs are coherent and you have not made any obvious mistakes. Also, consider visiting your institute's writing center for further help if they offer one. Sometimes there are centers that offer such services. Register with them to get these necessary services. Just remember these quotations. Nothing good comes easy. Penny wise pound foolish means you should spend on valuable things. Do not be too stingy with money. Use it to obtain the necessary services. It is meant to avoid making avoidable mistakes. Another mistake we do is depending so much on the computer to spell and grammar check. Just because you have managed to avoid those red squiggles while typing your research paper does not mean your paper is error-free. Your computer will not always let you know when you have used the wrong form of a word. So carefully read your entire paper when you have finished to assure the avoidance of simple spellings and grammatical errors. Remember, professors hate reading silly mistakes. So you should avoid this type of mistake. And the last but most important and common in all, forgetting finishing touch. Often for big projects such as research paper, professors have very specific guidelines as to how they would like it submitted to them. Make sure your name, affiliations and addresses are given. Lastly, what you need to do is avoid these common mistakes and give yourself enough time to complete the assignment to best of your ability. These tips will help you learn how to write a research paper and feel confident doing so. Do subscribe this channel if you want us to keep you updating.